Why strikers keep failing at Chelsea Football Club? Welcome to E24 Sports News. From Alvaro Morata, Fernando Torres, Falcao and now Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. This is why strikers keep failing at Chelsea Football Club. Let's not forget that Chelsea this season is not at the best form. Going back to the main agenda of the video, it's difficult to pinpoint a single reason why some Chelsea Football Club strikers have struggled in recent years, as there are often many factors at play. However, here are some possible explanations. Number one, struggles with form and confidence. Some of the strikers who have struggled at Chelsea have had periods where they were simply not playing well or scoring goals. This can be due to a variety of factors, including injuries, personal problems, or a lack of confidence. Secondly, poor fit with the team. Another factor that can contribute to a striker's struggles is whether or not they are a good fit with the team's style of play. If a striker is not able to integrate well with their teammates or adapt to the club's system, they may struggle to score goals and contribute to the team's success. Number three, high expectations and pressure. When a club spends a lot of money on a player, there can be a lot of pressure and expectation for that player to perform at a high level. This can be especially challenging for a striker, who is often the player responsible for scoring goals and leading the team to victories. On the other hand, some of the most successful Chelsea strikers in recent years have been players like Diego Costa and Didier Drogba. These players were able to score goals consistently and lead the team to victories, helping Chelsea win major trophies like the Premier League and the Champions League. It's worth noting that the transfer fees for these successful strikers were not as high as those for some of the players who have struggled at Chelsea. For example, Diego Costa joined the club for a fee of around £32 million, while Didier Drogba was signed for a much lower fee of just £24 million. This suggests that sometimes spending big money on a player is not a guarantee of success, and that other factors such as team chemistry and a player's fit with the club's style of play can be just as important. It's also worth comparing Chelsea's striker struggles to those of rival clubs. For example, Manchester United spent a lot of money on players like Romelu Lukaku and Alexis Sanchez, but both of these players have struggled to perform at a high level for the club. This shows that finding a successful striker is a challenge for many teams, and it's not just a problem for Chelsea. Overall, it seems that it can be. Certainly, here is a more comprehensive list of Chelsea Football Club's striker signings from 2010 to 2021, along with details on how much the club paid to sign them, their performance at the club, and whether or not the club made a profit or loss on the transfer. Here are some examples of Chelsea strikers who have struggled in recent years, along with details on how much the club paid to sign them, their performance at the club, and whether or not the club made a profit or loss on the transfer. But before we explain this, please remember to subscribe. Number 1. Fernando Torres, 2011 to 2014. Torres joined Chelsea in 2011 for a British record transfer fee of £50 million, but he was unable to replicate the form he had shown at his previous club, Liverpool. He scored just 20 goals in 110 appearances for Chelsea, and the club ended up selling him for a loss just a few years later. Number 2, Alvaro Morata, 2017 to 2019. Morata joined Chelsea in 2017 for a fee of around £60 million. Despite scoring some important goals for the club, he struggled with form and confidence and ultimately was not able to deliver consistently. He scored 24 goals in 72 appearances for Chelsea before being sold to Atletico Madrid in 2019. Chelsea made a loss on this transfer. Number 3, Andriy Shevchenko, 2006 to 2009. Shevchenko joined Chelsea in 2006 for a fee of around £30 million, but he was unable to perform at the same level he had shown at his previous club, AC Milan. He scored just 9 goals in 48 appearances for Chelsea and ended up returning to Milan just a few years later. Number 4, Radamel Falcao, 2015 to 2016. Falcao joined Chelsea on loan from Monaco in 2015. Despite his reputation as a goal scorer, he struggled to find the back of the net consistently and scored just 1 goal in 12 appearances for the club. Chelsea did not make a profit on this transfer. Number 5, Gonzalo Higuain. 2019. Higuain joined Chelsea on loan in 2019 from Italian club Juventus. Despite his reputation as a prolific goal scorer, he was unable to find the back of the net consistently for Chelsea and scored just 5 goals in 18 appearances. Number 6, Timo Werner. 2020 to 2021. Werner joined Chelsea in 2020 for a fee of around £47 million. In his first season with the team, he scored just 10 goals in 44 appearances. Olivier Giroud at number 7, 2018 to 2021. Giroud joined Chelsea in 2018 for a fee of around £18 million. He has scored a decent number of goals for the club, but has not been a first-choice starter and has sometimes struggled to find consistent playing time. At number 8 is Michy Batshuayi, 2016 to 2021. Batshuayi joined Chelsea in 2016 for a fee of around £33 million. He has had some good moments for the club, but has not been able to establish himself as a regular starter and has often been sent out on loan. Others include Romelu Lukaku for the year 2011 to 2014 for a deal of £18 million. He later returned to Chelsea in August 2021 for a record £97.5 million. In June 29, 2022, he returned to Inter Milan on a loan fee of £6.9 million. Number 10, Patrick Bamford for a record deal of £1.5 million for the year 2012 to 2017. We also have Demba Ba for a deal of £7 million for the year 2013 to 2014. We also have at number 12, Samuel Eto'o, who played for free during the period or during the season of 2013-2014. Number 13, we have Loic Remy for a deal of £10.5 million for the year 2014 to 2017. And finally, we have Alexandre Pato on loan in 2016. Number 15, and now Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. However, let's give him time under Graham Potter, the current Chelsea Football Club manager. It's worth noting that these examples are not exhaustive and there have been other striker signings for Chelsea in this time period as well. However, these players illustrate the challenges that the club has faced in finding a consistent and successful striker.